We have yeeted.
I have shark dice, or at least that's what I think of them as.
Nice.
It only rolls 20s.
That seems like cheating, but okay.
But you don't know enough to dissuade me.
Sure,
Alright, where
we'll
am I
go
gonna
with
put
that.
this? Yeah. Why does it do? What?
I'm getting ads for everything.
They
Ads?
changed the way ads work now. Even if you have Prime, you get ads in streams now. The only way to not get them is to be subscribed.
I am
Wait.
subscribed.
Why? Why are we still hosting bumps? I thought I just went live.
You did, and then I went back.
I'm still streaming.
I see us.
I see bomb.
You like flickered, I think.
You might have to reload? Yeah, I had to reload. Oh, nice resub, dude. Oh,
But
dude, I think I have my
I don't see it though.
Oh fuck! I don't have the thing.
Fix it.
God, I gotta log back into fucking Twitch.
Hi, Internet.
Space.
Spice.
Today is Space Day.
I told you I have 3, and I also told you how to use it.
We will be doing the space.
Like he's from there.
Oh my god, I need to
I'm not
fucking. Oh my god.
familiar with who he is. I don't know.
Yes.
Who he is.
If you have any
So,
questions
I can't
about
tell
the
you. I can't
space,
answer that.
please just send us a space message.
A spacegram.
I literally just logged into Twitch and it was like, hey, you wanna
Arthur's getting involved. Arthur.
give me that token again? Alright, alert box, where you is? There it is. Oh my god, shut up! Just give me the link! My lord.
We're just working out a couple little kinks here before we get started. JP's going to get notifications and everything good to go, so if anyone says hi or anything, we be able to see it. As you can see, we are using OBS Studio.
Nobody
that popped
can
up for a second.
Oh yeah, no, it was just when you add a browser source, it for whatever reason, well, I guess I get it, but it defaults to OBS.com.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, let's see if this works. Big.
Then we can
As
get our-
almost the entire team ups their subs today.
It's because they changed the thing. In case anybody wants this, by the way, hold on. This could be useful. Put it in general. You can just open that, and you'd have alerts.
Oh, hey, how about that?
How about that?
If you just have it open and like an alert fires off, it'll make noise and stuff.
Yeah, here, I'll show you.
Ah, nice. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, that way you
I'm
get
gonna keep that open so I can.
Yeah, that way you get the noise.
I feel like it's important for me too, so
Yeah,
it'll interrupt my train of.
I'm pretty good. The one thing I don't have, ironically, is dice.
Yeah, you're gonna need those.
Print some.
I'm sure.
3D
Yeah,
print.
let me 3D print some dice. Brad, you said it, Brad. When I'm rolling nat 20s for days, you can't ask questions.
It's not my fault all the other sides are blank.
Jiffy, let me
Blank,
see that
gotta
die.
reroll.
20
Blank,
is on
gotta
every
reroll.
side. I don't understand.
Blank, gotta reroll. Oh, nat 20.
Where are my dice? Ashley, help!
They're outside of your door,
Oh, thank you.
like next to the desk. The other desk.
Left desk.
All right, let's get started on this crazy fun space adventure, shall we? I'm Joe. I will be your GM, even though I am currently labeled
Yeah,
DM.
I'll get it.
There are no dungeons in space.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
Okay.
mean, what am I going to get thrown
I
in when I
disagree.
kill everyone?
It would have to be an SDM, a space dungeon master.
Approved.
He's also not wearing the right clothes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're gonna play some Starfinder for a new campaign. We're gonna play this game bi-weekly. So we're gonna play it this week, but not next week, but the week after. So that's the schedule for this game, and we're using Starfinder. We had our session 0 2 weeks ago, and we are gonna do our session 1 tonight. And just to kind of go over the story of where the party currently is and whatnot. Through various means and methods, we'll cover each individual in a little bit. The party has all ended up on a space station prison type place. The way it works in this galaxy is that there are these giant galactic corporations, and they help fund the galactic government and everything. And what happens if you fall in debt or you break the law is these galactic corporations can buy out your debts or buy out your sentences. So through one way or another, all the party members have ended up on this space station. This space station is called Fedrian Computers Corporate Indenture Station IND-081. It is one of indentured stations throughout the galaxy that hold various prisoners that have committed crimes or owe money to the Fedrian Corporation, which specializes in computers and whatnot. To get a little bit more in-depth about who the party is, why don't we take turns and introduce ourselves. So I'm gonna just look at stream and pick who I want to go first. Blip, why don't you go first?
Sorry, one second. I got my sheet up and I'm going over some things here. But
It's all good.
I am a skittermander named Blip. I don't know why I said Blip. I am an envoy, and I've been working on this ship as a slave that kind of doesn't realize she's a slave. It's a cultural thing. So, yep, I've just been having a good old time helping out. You know, I'm such a big helper. But I'm really cute. I'm not really smart or wise or strong or anything else. I'm a little bit dexterous. I can do some backflips and stuff. But Blip, you know, she just helps out. She helps the mechanics. She runs around with 6 arms. She can get you stuff and climb up places and things like that. So that's what she's been.
Okay. And Blip is generally accompanied by her sidekick, Volka. Brad,
I've made
can
a
you
buddy.
introduce-
Yes.
Blip saved my life, so now I saved Blip's life. That's about it. I'm an android. I tend to shoot first, ask questions later. So don't ask questions.
Okay. Class-wise, Rachel, you are playing a mechanic, no,
No.
you're playing an envoy. Brad's playing.
I'm playing.
Backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
So that's one part of the party. Why don't we have Ashley go next to introduce Dee?
Hi, I'm Dee, or Duchess. I am a Demai spacefarer mystic. I smuggle things, generally for good, not for bad. I also do like an underground railroad sort of thing with slaves, or in this case, prisoners. And I'm kind of working as a medic on the ship, but I'm really trying to game plan how to break some people out.
Okay. And Andrea, who are you, and what do you do?
Please respond in character. Please respond in character.
Which means that's like the short story, the short version of me. I am what's called an uplifted bear. Like Brad was kind of alluding to. I can only speak in like bear grunts, like bear growls. I speak telepathically though, so yeah. But I am basically a large-sized polar bear with armor and a gun. I am the group's soldier. I was ex-military, kind of got thrown out because I started one too many fights.
Ate too many people.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, limbs were flying, but, you know. So yeah, I got kicked out, and then I kind of crossed paths with Dee because I got hired as like a mercenary, strong arm, basically. And yeah, I don't listen to authority well, and I am okay with doing slightly questionable things. So that's me.
Which is probably what got you and like landed in the slammer as well.
Oh yeah.
And finally, we have JP. Can you tell these wonderful people who you are?
Hello, I am playing Seto Kaiba, or yeah,
No,
yeah, Keto Cyber. It's so hard to like say.
you gotta fix that on stream.
I
We're
fucked
gonna
it
run
up.
into some copyright issues.
I fucked it up. Sorry, I wasn't using my brain when doing this because I had to type so many fucking things.
You had to type so many fuck.
Yes.
There we go. Keto Cyber. Anyways, which the copyright claim you might have already known. I created a virtual card game in this universe. Don't really haven't fully decided on name yet, so we'll say unnamed for now. But the company the publishers of this game decided they wanted full rights and basically slammed me with a bunch of bullshit charges and got me locked up in this place. So I just kind of went out of here, and I identified mainly Volca, but this ragtag group of crazy people as my best option of getting out of here. It's the quick and short of it.
Okay.
I think the rest of the character will become obvious as we go. So we'll just let that kind of happen.
Do you want to reveal the class you're playing?
Oh yeah, I'm playing is it Solarian? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a little moat of dark just space stuff that floats around with me. I decided to go with the weapon side of things, and I haven't fully decided because I gotta read through the class more and see how I want to play into the stuff we talked about, Joe, with like using it to do cool stuff. I might just have it be a sword and then use the other cool stuff as the stuff I talked about.
That's fair.
It'd be hard to use it for anything else.
Okay.
At least it's base power, I mean.
Right. So, we're going to start with just kind of talking about what the party's been doing for the past couple days or weeks. So, Blip, Keto, Volka, and Hadia are all prisoners on this actual ship. They've all been actually indentured under Fedrian Corporation.
I don't know what that means.
On this particular indentured station, the prisoners are allowed to work to pay off their debts and sentences by going into a general workyard where various scrap and salvage is brought in, and the prisoners are supposed to just wade through it, break it up, try and find things of value. If they find things of value, they can give it to the higher ups, who will appraise it and take said value off of their debt. So through this, if you find enough stuff or find something valuable enough, you can theoretically work your debt off. Spoiler alert, that happens very, very seldomly. Generally, you're with a bunch of other inmates who cause problems, so they'll tack on more debt to you if you create infractions, or you'll just get killed and they throw your body out into space very unceremoniously. However, being that you are salvaging wreckage and whatnot, and being that you have a mechanic with you, Volka has been able to kind of help the other party members spot and create various arms and armaments to potentially aid in an escape. So this is going to be how we explain your guys' starting equipment. He's created piecemeal things of armor, piecemeal weapons. Hadia created her own hammer by taking a giant metal bar and slamming it into a giant metal block and saying, I did it too. But yeah, so you guys are well armored. D is the one person who isn't a prisoner. So Ashley, your equipment doesn't have to be created from nothing. You can have come with it. But you are currently posing as a medical officer on the... So to kind of get into things, how would D have gone about potentially making a plan to escape? Would you have made contact with anyone? Do you have any initial plans already on how to get out?
Well, I think I have been working to try to get Haja out, so I would have talked to her, mostly to see like what the status is. I'd also be looking around to see what the other prisoners are looking like, see if anyone definitely doesn't belong. Blip probably would catch my attention because she doesn't know what's going on.
No, not at all.
And so I'd probably be looking for a way just to get them out the easiest way, like sneak them out at night whenever guard is low, or something along those lines.
We're in space. There is no night.
It's always night.
During the sleeping period.
Lockdown?
That's
There would
night
be
from now
cycles.
on.
Yeah.
And robots. Computers.
Okay. So what we'll say is, as time's gone by, you and Hadia have been able to converse. It's relatively easy since your uplifted bear speaks telepathically, so you don't have to actually be seen talking to one another.
I picked up telepathic message too.
Even better.
Nice.
So the entire you'd be able to kind of cooperate with the entire party then. So you've all come into contact. You've worked together and figured out that this is the group that you think you can get out. You think they have the right skills to get out. What I'm going to do now is, on Roll20, I am going to show you the different layout of places that you are aware of, and D would have been able to tell the rest of the party this. This is the cell block that the party is kept in. I'll put you all in your respective cells.
Aww.
Way to put me in prison, Joe.
You know for a fact that there are generally 2 guards on duty here, patrolling at all times. Energy walls, there's a computer terminal over here. I will shift-click to draw your attention. That controls the cell doors usually. And then if you go down a bit, there is the mess hall and kitchen area. There's an elevator here that goes to the supply room, an elevator here that goes to receiving and processing. And you do know that there are security drones stationed here as well as throughout other places of the station. After the mess hall, there is the work yard.
Oh, that's fancy.
The work yard, you would come in. This is from the hallway up above, or at the bottom of the last map. As you can see, there's all sorts of scrap and stuff. This is where you would work and bust up different machinery and try and find something of value. There's a catwalk around the upper edge. This is an elevator up to that catwalk. There are also security drones there. You do know that there is a guard tower. That's what they call it. This area down at the bottom of the map. There are generally a couple other guards stationed here. Some computers that run a good portion of the security for this area. This door also leads to the supply room. It leads to a larger elevator that goes up and down to it. And then if you go out the bottom door of the guard tower, you are taken to...
Freedom.
Almost. The central hallway. Central hallway has a couple sentry bots scattered throughout. You can access the armory, which D hasn't ever actually been in the armory. You know, that's where the guards keep all their weapons. You can get to the guard tower, or if you go through the last couple doors, you can take an elevator up to the station's main systems and computers, and you can get into all the really important stuff. That also happens to be the same area that the medical bay is, so you have been up there and you've seen like the main computer and you know where that stuff would be. And then the last area that you would know about, D, would be the ship's hangar. The ship's hangar, you know that there are several ships that are currently docked there. The smaller ones are police fighters. You know, this red one in particular, it's a confiscated gunship that was kind of left behind, and it's due to be scrapped, though it is fully functional. So that's the layout of the station, pretty much, and those are the important areas that you have had access to and have been before. So I will let the party discuss and see if they can't think of a plan on how to get out.
A few questions.
Sure.
Whenever scrap comes in, is it directly dumped by ship, or does it like get dumped somewhere else and like pushed into the scrapyard?
Usually it's come in, dumped by ship, moved into the supply area, which is just a room full of a bunch of scrap and stuff, and then that's brought by elevator down into the work. The way it's set up is a lot of the prisoners and the prisoner areas are lower in the station, and if you go up the elevators, you end up with where the guards and staff of the prison.
Is it always staff that pushes in the scrap, or do sometimes prisoners help with it?
Usually it's staff. If there's prisoners that are really, really well behaved, they might call them in if the staff is feeling lazy or someone's sick or short-handed, but it's generally...
They probably trust me.
At this point, Blip they know is harmless.
Like, what am I gonna do? I'm just happy to help.
They also don't bring you in too much because bringing in a bunch of heavy scrap isn't generally why they keep you around.
No, I'm good if like something falls somewhere they can't reach or something like that.
They just feed you candy.
They ask you to change light bulbs a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Space light bulbs
Or
that
like
need
if
changing.
someone's doing maintenance and he needs like 7 wrenches, I'll just stand there and hold the wrenches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do we have any idea when that ship is due to be scrapped?
Within a week or so.
Okay.
Generally, they'll bring in new scrap when they start running out of stuff, and it's going to depend on how fast the workers get through what's left of what's left in the workyard before they start bringing in new. Any other
Okay.
questions? Any other questions?
I would kind of relay all of this to you guys.
Okay.
In the general layout to places you haven't been.
That's nice. Well, which way are we gonna go when we leave? Do we have like a loose sort of breakout plan?
I see like a direct path, but I don't see an easy way to go that doesn't involve going through people.
Is
Fine
there
with me.
an air vent or like staff only hallways that lead from either the scrapyard or medical to the hangar?
If you went through, or if you got access to the supply elevators, there's a supply elevator that goes into the mess hall. There's a supply elevator that goes into the workyard, and that generally will lead to the processing and receiving area that's connected to the hangar. That area they have prisoners go through. They also have the scrap go through. New prisoners, but
And it's all card access?
yes. There are 3 levels of access that you know of in the station. Green, yellow.
Green, yellow. Joey.
Oh, did I cut out? Green, yellow, and red.
And which is the highest? How does this traffic light work?
So green is the lowest tier. Anyone like Ashley definitely has green clearance. Yellow clearance is higher. Generally, that's what the guards have. Did I tell you you had yellow or green?
Green.
Green, yeah. And then red clearance. The only person on board who you know who has red clearance is the warden. His name is Hark. He's a Vesk, which is like a lizard person, and he's just in charge of this place. He's not very nice. You don't talk to him much. He doesn't talk to you much. He doesn't see the point of having you because if a prisoner gets hurt, he just throws him out.
Oh,
I'm here in case he gets hurt.
not very nice.
So yellow access can get you everywhere?
Yellow access gets you just about anywhere you'd want.
Well, we can get us a yellow card.
Hey, yay!
You can get us a
So-
yellow card.
I when I built my computer, Joe, just so you know, I took a comm device, right? But I also turned it into a computer. So I have a full-fledged computer on my wrist.
Okay.
I just in case that's not okay because I'm in a prisoner, but I just figured I just like scrapped it together. I mean, it's obviously not a baller computer, but you just increase the price of the computer by like a set percentage if you want to make the comm device a full computer.
Right.
So I did that. But what I'm getting at is if I could use my computer to try and like see if I can mess with these chips.
I also have
like the clearance cards.
Yeah, because I have
Okay.
I have Wi-Fi basically on my computer. It gives it a 100-meter range, so it can interface with anything that has basically wireless capabilities. Was the way it's worded. Basically, so you don't have to plug it in physically. It has Bluetooth, dude.
Okay.
We can play those sick tunes.
But yeah, if the cards work on some kind of frequency that isn't physically inserted, so if they're like RFID, I don't know if my computer can pick up that signal.
Give me one moment here.
I also have psychokinetic hand, so I can just try to swipe one.
Well, I'm thinking it'd be easier to swipe like the lesser ones, and if I can play with it or have had time to play with one to see if I can like modify it at all.
I think that Valka may have gotten a green one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was the other
agree.
thing. Volka has a green one.
Do I have a card, or do I just kind of get toted
Where
around?
did Valka get a green card?
He
Did he
Volka's
immigrate?
been here the longest, is what we decided. Like, he's been here for like years and years, like before any of you. So he has like this collection of stuff, and he was constantly just breaking things, trying to eventually just break the entire station.
I was
But-
going to space every
Right.
one of you.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Then eventually Blip came, and he's like, "Well, that plan won't work. I like
I need
this
to breathe.
thing."
Yeah. Sorry. You gotta put me in a tube or something.
Fine.
I think I eventually can breathe in space, or not breathe, but survive in space at least. Not now.
I'm excited.
Blip.
We're gonna go somewhere new, guys.
I can bring you candy.
So I'm guessing you got the personal comm unit, JP.
Yeah, it's a personal
Because-
comm unit, but then yeah, obviously, because
The
otherwise
other one's
it's
like 4,000.
it's like a system comm unit, and I
Yeah,
don't think I'm
system
doing that. No, it's just like a normal comm unit, and then if you look in the like one of
Yep.
the last paragraphs of comm unit, it says you can make it a computer, but you have to increase the price of the computer. And then computer like
Personal comm unit is a pocket-sized device that combines with a minor portable computer. Treat as a tier 0 computer with no upgrades or modules.
and then there was like another paragraph.
You can upgrade to function as some other devices, such as full computers, by spending credits equal to 110% of the additional device's price.
Yeah. So I just built a shitty little computer, and then
So, what tier computer did
it's
you
just
build?
tier 2.
Tier 2, so that would have been 110 times.
Like
So that would have been 275 plus the price of the comm unit, so 282 for that. Okay.
And then plus, it ended up being 300 and something because I added a minor AI, which was like 10% of the price, which didn't. So it
Yep.
has a little AI in it. The range mod
Okay.
thing, which was like 10, and it's
5
self-charging.
credits.
It's a Fitbit. It's
And that's
self-charging.
another 10%. Okay.
Yeah. See, I basically have from the shit that either Volca had or shit I've scrapped, built my own little wrist computer. I don't think it comms with anyone yet because I don't think anyone else has a comm unit. But, well, the comm unit itself was 7 gold, so I don't know if anybody had credits. If anybody had extra credits, you could just buy one or
Nope, I got a couple grenades.
have one.
So if you wanted to try and access something, you would still be making a hacking roll
Yeah.
because it can communicate, but it
Right.
can't necessarily interact
It's
with
not a
the
direct
system
link or
necessarily.
whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'd have to hack, which I have computers. And I also one of the things I bought was a hacking tools thing, which I think is
Okay.
all you need to allow you to hack. I forgot how hacking works, but I think it's like
You have to have some sort of
yeah.
connection with your computer. Technically,
JP,
gets
what's
you.
your
But
My what thing?
theme?
Oh, I'm an icon, dude. What up? I don't have the any theme bonus to hacking or anything like that. I just took icon because it's charisma based. I almost went like themeless and just like customized it. I don't really have one, and I don't have the other books really to look. I think Ashley might have had them, but there were the 2 charisma based ones, and I just went with the one that sort of made sense. Icon doesn't fully make sense.
Yeah, there's not a ton of those.
Where did you get computers then?
What? Oh, I have an extra feat.
Oh,
I was like, how am I going to be a programmer that made a virtual card game without computers?
listen. Just because you're a programmer doesn't mean you know how computers work.
I also have profession vid gamer. That was from Icon.
That's gross.
Mm.
okay. What are you attempting to hack?
What I want to do is if I have access, I don't know if I have access. First off, if I have access to any card, any level card.
So the security cards, they don't function as a computer system.
Okay.
They function as pretty much
key.
just a key.
Yeah.
So like you can't really hack a magnet.
So then, if possibly Volca or us scrapping have scrapped a card reader, I'd like to see if I can figure out how they work and potentially how I could quickly, or even make my own fake key that would work with whatever firmware is in. If you kind of catch my drift there.
Okay. Give me a second. You'll have to bear with us, guys. This is a new system, and the computer stuff is like nothing that's from Pathfinder, so
Computers
takes
don't really
a second
exist
to-
in fantasy.
Yeah.
it takes a second to find the rules and everything for it.
It's all good, buddy.
Computers, how do they work?
Like magnets.
Kick
It's a mystery.
Percussive maintenance.
The best kind of maintenance.
I've been sick and I've been doing percussive maintenance to my own body. Just
That
beating
is
the
not
sickness out of
healthy.
it. You think? I keep walking up to Brad like, just hit me really hard on the back like 30 times.
So I just punch her in the face.
That
Yeah.
seems...
That's how that works.
This is all makeup. My face is black and blue. It's not.
You need to teach me how to do makeup.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I don't have any computery things like at all. I can pilot, but yeah. Which is kind of weird. Don't know how I picked that up.
You're a fast learner.
Yeah. I'll just wing it.
Maybe you were the equivalent of an Uber driver before this.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I need Skittermander Uber driver. They're like in Fifth Element card,
Yes.
Yes.
like a cross with Men in Black. I don't know. It's
I
gonna be
want to
great.
watch that movie now. I haven't seen Fifth Element in so long.
You should watch that later. You do whatever your heart desires.
I will.
Good.
Get them Netflix numbers. I don't think it's on Netflix.
Unfortunately not.
Brad and I caught the end of it on TV around the holidays. At one point.
All right. So on page 214, it talks about secured computers. And it says characters who are authorized have the security object and know the password can access the computer and use it for its intended purpose. Both a security key and a password can limit a character's access to only some modules or tiers of a computer and don't allow user to access other functions. If you attempt to hack a computer, you gain a significant advantage if you acquire its security key. So these cards are what's acting as a security key. Similarly, if you use either a security key or password to gain a bonus to a computer's check, it can lock you out.
Space is hard. Moral of the story.
Basically.
So the key, because it's a security key, technically to like rewrite it, you would need to have, I'm going to say you would need to have the access level of the computer, like the DC is going to be the equivalent of getting access to the computer. But if you got it, you would rewrite the key so it grants you security permissions to the computer system. You still also don't have a yellow level password. Ashley has a green level password. By having a key, it would give you a +5 bonus to the computer's check to hack it. That's how I'll rule it. So if you wanted to use your computer and the card to try and like rewrite it, it's going to be the same DC as if you were trying to hack the other computer. But you would rewrite the card if you were successful. And if you were not successful because you're just trying to write the card, it's not connected to the system. It's kind of like its own remote thing, so it wouldn't trigger any lockdowns or alarms if you failed.
Is this a chance to like brick the card then?
It would just be card dies.
Right. And I'm trying to make the card of the level of a higher level. So like if I have a green card, could I try to make a yellow one?
Yep. And it would be
Okay.
the yellow DC. Because technically the clearance, they're different parts of the system. They're all
Probably just a
divided.
bit or an integer, dude. It's fine. Easy hack. It's the single flag. Level. Set it to 2. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a solid strat to at least get a card. I'm willing to give it a shot. I don't know if the game has rules for assisting in hacking checks. Can we do some, like, old school Hacker, the movie, and, like, Volka can be my, my rabbit? I don't know. I can't remember anybody's
Pretty
names.
sure it would be the other way around.
Probably. Well, I don't know. I have skill focus in it. Which is a question, by the way. Skill focus, which I just re-looked up. I mean, I can take it. It's fine. However, it doesn't say the same thing. I just assumed it was skill focus. But it doesn't necessarily say it makes it a class skill. It just says you get a +3 insight bonus. Which is really weird.
I don't think skill focus ever gave you it as a class skill. It just gave you the +3 bonus.
In Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gives you +3.
But I thought you could take skill focus to get access to a skill.
No.
How else would you ever get access to a skill?
There's not a lot of ways. Like, I had to try real hard.
There's totally ways to get it in Pathfinder. You don't have to multi-class. I thought it was
Traits.
skill focus. I know traits exist, but we never play with them, so.
Skill focus, I looked it up because to get disabled device for fiddle, I had to look really hard because it wasn't skill focus. Like a feat wouldn't do it. I had to take a trait.
That's so awkward. Oh, I thought it gave you the... Well, maybe I don't have computers then. That's sweet. It's so weird. That's something that's always confused me with most of the systems I played in. Like, why can't my character just, like, learn something? I can learn how to fucking do epic combat maneuvers, but learning how to use a skill is not feat-worthy, apparently.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not a specific thing for it. Seems like.
It seems feat-worthy to me. I don't know.
Well, it's weird because skill focus basically gives you the same end thing, but you.
Well, especially Starfinder, it feels the same. I don't know if that's the intent, because it gives you a +3, which is what the class skill bonus is.
From a, like, meta, like, in-game logic story-wise, I can see it not making sense, but, like, from a game design...
Yeah, but I can take
I would say it's for balance.
I was able to learn...
Skill synergy.
Yeah.
I was able to learn how to fight in heavy armor with a feat, but I can't just, like, my character, because I'm a Solarian, I'm physically incapable of ever using a computer.
You can.
Can you change your...
It's called skill synergy.
Oh, what the fuck is skill synergy?
It's literally right under skill focus, JP.
It's literally the next feat.
He just needed to be excited. It's fine.
Oh, well, that doesn't exist in Pathfinder, so that's nice.
Yes, it does.
What?
It's called Hermian blood in Pathfinder.
Is that the trait, though?
No, that's a feat.
The fuck? I don't know if I'm not spelling this right, or whatever. It just didn't come up in my Google search. Neat. Well, the more I know.
Learning stuff.
Session 1, getting the kinks out.
Or getting the kinks in.
Dude, I got a second skill then, dude. Big.
Okay, so you guys potentially could try and rewrite one of the security cards you have. D has a green one. Volka has a green. You have Volka, who has much computers, much engineering. You have
Question about the card.
yeah.
Are they physically green, yellow, and red, or are they just called that?
We're gonna say that when you scan them against whatever thing you're like unlocking, there's a light on them, like a little LED inside of them that lights up, and it's either green, yellow, or
So they're all like white.
yeah.
Cool.
If you held them up side by side, you would not be able to tell them apart until you scan them against a thing.
Very good.
We'll go with that.
So it's the same thing I keep in my wallet.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
We all work in offices that have scanny things.
Actually,
Yeah.
I don't.
We know that business.
My new job is a pin code.
Ooh, fancy.
Interesting.
You have the other half of this then.
I have a badge, and they don't do temporary badges. So if you lose or forget your badge, you just I don't know, fucking piggyback off everybody all day long, and it's very bad.
So I never picked a fee.
You done goofed. Weapon
I'm gonna do that
specialization's
now.
a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. So like, there's no way to tell what kind of clearance someone has just by peeking at their badge.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna, now that we've worked that out, I would like to try to hack one of these cards. I don't own either of them, so it's up to the respective people to decide who wants to let me use that card.
I'm going to look up aid another and see how that works.
Well, that's the other thing, like, it might actually be Volka who does this, depending on skill level.
Blip is just gonna nap. Blip is getting her beauty sleep.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
I vote that we use these.
I mean, sure, if mine breaks, I can just be like, oh, it's malfunctioning.
Or you can just say you lost.
Hey, I stepped on this. We'll just break it. And you can just hand it back and be like, so,
Sorry.
They just have the bear pee on it.
this is covered in bear pee. I'm gonna throw it away. Can I get a new one?
That's what I'm saying. It would work.
That's weird.
I mean, who's gonna double check the bear pee? Nobody.
You're right.
I'm gonna be like, smell it.
They'd be like, no, that's alright. Just throw it away, and then you're good.
Sure.
So aid another, if
Yeah.
I allow you to do it, the person aiding has to succeed on a DC 10 check, and the other person would get a +2 bonus.
Is it like
So
the
I
same
can't
skill?
fail.
Yeah, because what's your computer skill, Brad?
9.
Alright, so the way I see how this working is Valk does the hacking through my arm, and I'm aiding by lending my arm.
Well, JP, you have to succeed on a DC 10 to successfully give him your arm,
I think I can handle it.
Or we send it back.
or he sends it back.
The arm.
Would you look at that? I succeeded.
All right. So Volka, you have D. Will say came down and was visiting some of the prisoners during lunch, walking by, dropped her card onto Heija's lunch tray, who brought it over to the corner and slipped it under the table to Keto, who sticks it in his arm, holds his arm out to Volka, who begins typing away. Volka, if you want to make a computers check for me.
How do I do a roll in Roll20 and put a bonus in?
Just like roll 1d20 plus
Slash R space 1d20 plus, and then whatever you're adding to.
What does JP give me? 2?
It
2.
gives you 2.
And I think you can compound those, by the way.
You can.
So you don't need to put you can do like plus your bonus plus 2. Wow. Couldn't even
Then
roll a 9.
19.
Couldn't even roll a 9. Toxic.
You're right there. You're like dying.
All right. So a 19. You have a green card. All right. So Volka begins typing away. And because the computer, or Keto's computer, has like communication access with the system because it's remote, you manage to get the information from the system on what constitutes a yellow clearance card, and you begin rewriting the data on your green clearance card. As you are doing this in the lunchroom, a guard is walking by, and you see that he is heading towards the table where Volka is doing this. You guys are in a potentially compromising position. What do you want to try and do?
Do I have my gun?
Probably not in the prison lunchroom.
Alright, fine. I keep it under my bed.
Am I in the lunchroom?
Yes.
I can run up to him and ask him if he's feeling okay and distract him because he looks terrible.
Okay.
He looks terrible. Who let
Do
you
you
get
have
dressed?
AIDS? You look gross.
Okay.
Do you have a fever? You don't look well. Did you eat something? Was it weird? Is your stomach upset? We should probably go and sit you down. Do you need ice?
Go ahead and make
You
a
need ice?
bluff check for me.
I can get you ice chips.
I don't know how to bluff. I just don't ring it, but I can bluff.
Can I give him like really big, sad, worried eyes and make him think there's something wrong with
I will let you aid Ashley on this. So if you roll and get a 10 plus, she gets a plus.
Heija is also at the table just eating a giant chicken leg or whatever space meat there is, and just
Space chicken.
eating as loudly and messily as possible. She's also watching this.
Okay.
For what it's worth, I rolled an 11, so I rolled horribly, but it's still over 10. So
That's good enough. So Ashley,
Yes.
you get a plus 2.
21.
He kind of looks a little taken aback, and he says, "Oh, sure. It must have been the fruit I ate. I was telling Jim it was bad. Yeah, sure, I'll come with." And he's willing to follow you wherever you want to take him. So if you take him to the medical bay and give him an exam, he complies.
Give
Do
him
I
an
have my
exam.
card or they still
wink,
have it?
wink.
They still have the card, but he has a card, and he's like semi leading the way.
I mean, if he's going, I'm just going to follow him.
Yeah, with like a 21 bluff, you're able to kind of nonchalantly stay behind him and get him to take you to the medical bay pretty much. You examine him. During this time, it gives Volka and Keto enough time to finish their rewriting of the security card, and you eventually make your way back. And they have the rewritten security card in their possession. It's up to you what you want to do with it, Volka and Keto.
Oh, I give it back to her.
Okay. D kind of walks by you and you do a quick handoff when no one's looking, and D, your access card is now a yellow clearance.
Is it going to
Rolled.
trigger as yellow when I swipe?
Because it's hacked, we're going to say no. That the LEDs they have installed in these cards are only one color.
White.
That's amazing.
Is he able, since he programmed mine, is he able to program the weird one that he has?
Oh, good question. Do I feel confident in my ability to do it again?
Yeah, because it would be another check to write another card. If you want to try again, you can. The only downside would be your card breaks.
Hey, buddy, want to help me out?
Let's get it. That's above a 10 again. Take your +2. That's better. That's a gold
Fair.
card now.
Gold's not even a color, but somehow that's what you get.
You've accidentally hacked red.
It starts spitting out credits.
So as you're going through, doing this a second time, you are accessing the security of yellow clearance, and then you see an obvious little like flaw in their security, and you click on it, and you realize that it's like a back door into like red clearance, and you have a red clearance card now.
We got the mainframe!
With a 30, I'm gonna give you that.
So that probably just like goes to his private bathroom, but we might find out.
You can go shit in his private bathroom.
We'll send
It's
the
probably
bear in there.
fancy.
I pocket it.
Okay. You guys have a few more minutes in the mess hall area before you are brought back to your holding cell.
I am eating all the food I can get. I have like a roll in each hand. There's 6.
One of the guards gives you an extra piece of fruit because he thinks it's hilarious when the little skittermander holds something in each of its...
Well, now I have that too. I'm excited. Thank you.
It's a space mango.
Oh my god, is it good?
It's purple.
Oh, that's amazing.
Does it grow on space trees?
No, it
Is-
grows on normal trees.
Is
but
it
in space.
radioactive?
Slightly.
Oh, that's fine.
Isn't everything?
Yeah.
Makes it taste better.
So my favorite part about this is she asked, "Is it good?" And you replied, "It's."
Yes.
That was a sufficient answer to me. I don't see the problem.
I mean, Rachel's not complaining about that answer, so...
Oh, that was acceptable. I didn't see anything weird. Okay, well, I'm gonna eat my radioactive purple mango.
Okay. So you have successfully upgraded your access card. What is the party's next step?
Getting out.
All right. So, I've been here a long time, right?
Right.
The 2 guards that are stationed outside. I assume that like the shift changes like every 8 hours, so I get like
Correct.
6 or 8 total.
They rotate.
Which pair are the easiest for me to like get along with? Which ones would I want to kill the least?
Oh,
We'll say third
say all.
shift.
Those are the ones he's gonna kill first.
Third shift. There is this new recruit. His name's Stan, and then the one guard who's working. Everyone knows him as Old Man Shergo. He's an orc, and he's been there for a while. We'll say he's turned the blind eye to other people doing certain things, and it's made some of the prisoners like him. And he's been here almost as long as you have. Volca. So he's
Okay.
old.
So,
But yeah.
how do I growl at my bear friend to get her attention?
You could wave or go beep boop or whatever.
You could physically
Probably.
growl.
Well,
Just say hi, and she'll
Yeah.
respond telepathically. Or you might
if
have
you
a
see
signal.
the layout, your cell happens to be across from Hadia's cell.
All right, so where to unlock her door, where would I need to use this card? At her door or at like the computer?
You can use it on any door, like by the corners, and they'll unlock. The computer has a button that they can press and it unlocks all the.
All right. So here's my plan.
Ooh, ooh.
Are you relaying this to me? Like if you get my attention?
Yes. So that way you can tell Kato, because I can't.
Okay.
All right. So here's the plan. I probably would have told Dee this before she left. So I'm going to have Blip pretend to get really sick. And then these two, I'm going to ask for her because she's the one who knows her the best. And when she gets there, when the door unlocks, I'm just going to unlock.
Okay. So I'm not going to pretend to get sick. I really overate, and I'm doing jumping jacks, and I'm going to make myself puke.
Picturing you doing jumping jacks with like 4 arms flying, like
I am full of carbs, and we're going to run, so this is going to be great.
Some fettuccine Alfredo. 5 minutes.
Yes!
No.
carbo loaded.
With a little bit of radioactive mango in the mix.
So my goal is to get out into the hallway and then like let the bear out of her cage and then explain to the 2 guards that like don't fight or we're gonna have to kill you.
Okay. We're gonna say this is third shift. This is generally when you guys aren't sleeping yet, but it's like right when third shift ends, it's lights out, and you guys are told go to sleep. It's locked down at that point.
Good, because I have dark vision.
So Blip, what do I have you roll to make yourself sick? We're really getting into this system, guys.
I could just make like a conch. I don't know. But I don't want to pass.
make an athletics check to work out hard enough to get sick.
Okay. That's a 14 on the die, and I have nothing. So 14.
I set the DC to 10, so you had bonuses because you ate a radioactive mango. So Blip starts doing jumping jacks and starts slowly turning from her purplish, pinkish color, and she slowly starts getting hints of green in her as she can feel her stomach rumbling and the food coming out. And then all of a sudden, Volca, you watch as, like, in the corner of your room, just bleh, there's this pile of this purple goo. A little bit more than you expected. Like, you're not sure Blip ate that much, but apparently she did. Just sitting in the corner.
Help! Help! She's sick.
I'm
Help!
like
Get
probably.
I would call them by name. I don't remember what you
Okay.
named them, but I would call
Stan
them.
and Shergo.
Stan, help! Get D! Blip is sick!
Stan walks up. What seems to be the problem? Inmate. You're not inmates, but he calls you that because he's new.
The pile of puke in the corner?
I'm crying and looking really sad and sick.
And you're sweaty.
Shergo, the orc, walks up. Yeah, Stan, go get D.
Sympathy.
Shergo doesn't even ask questions. He says, Stan, go get D. You sure? Yeah, the little one's sick. Warden wouldn't like that. If you say so. And Stan leaves. He goes, knocks on D's door. D, you are expecting this, as it was part of Volca's plan. He relayed it to you during lunch or dinner or whatever your meal was. So you, I'm guessing, comply with Stan. You come down to the cell block.
I yawn like I'm tired, and then I go downstairs, and I'm like, "What? Why have you woken me up? What?"
One of the inmates or debtors or whatever they are, one of them's sick. We need you down in the cell.
Oh, okay. Do I need? I'd get like my med kit, but it would actually have like my guns and stuff in.
Okay.
Ooh.
Sneaky.
So D comes down. I'll have you right there. Shergo just kind of steps to the side, not really caring. He's the older one. He doesn't care as. He goes up to your door, puts his card against it. Boop. And it's open. Stan steps back and steps aside. So D, you are free to walk in.
I walk in.
Do you need help carrying her out?
I would go and look at her and then look up and be like, "Yeah, we need to get her out."
She's so tiny.
I would pick her up and take her out.
And I would be like, "I have this, guys. I'll bring him back."
You guys can feel free to move yourselves around on the map, FYI, to where you would be approximately. You should have control of your dudes.
Oh.
Come here, Blip.
Oh, I'm in you.
Oh my.
How loud are these beeps when you unlock a gate?
Beep. Like that loud.
Like, are they going to hear it?
Probably.
You better be
As
Right.
Stan kind of sees Volka coming out, he looks, he's like, what are you... No, she's only supposed to help the pink one. You should get back.
No one touches Blip but me.
He's going to help me. I have a good rapport with him. It's fine. I'll bring him right back. He worries a lot about Blip.
Stan turns around.
The second he
consult
turns around, I
Shergo.
run across the thing and unlock the...
Boop.
Well, I'm in your arms, so wherever you're at, I'm at.
He turns around. Hey, Shergo, are you sure? And then when they hear the other boop, both of them turn back around.
I yawn really loudly when Blip, like, I act like, what's going on? What's all this noise? And I yawn really loudly when I see Blip come over. And my yawns are loud. They're like, ah.
Okay.
So I try to cover it up.
I want to try to get down to Keto's door and try to bleep around the same time because I have my card.
Okay. In the confusion, they're stunned for a few seconds, and we'll say you get right up to his door and get it open. But at this point, Stan is going to raise his weapon and just kind of shout, "Hey, stop right there. What's going on? I don't know what's happening, but all of you get back to yourselves right now. I don't want to have to use this," he says, brandishing his weapon.
Stan. Let's not get hasty here.
Is it obvious that their doors are open, or is it just like...
Yeah, it's obvious. The purple light of the energy wall.
I mean, I'm out of my cell already.
I'm just going to be like, how did you do that?
So we're gonna leave, and you two are gonna stay right here. Please.
Does D, like, is it standard for them to carry handcuffs or some sort of manacles on, since they're like security officers?
D probably wouldn't, but they would.
Okay. So I would come up to them and just look as menacingly as possible. And
Thank you. I don't have intimidation.
yeah. Do I have intimidation? Oh, I do. Sweet. So I look as menacing as possible, and I don't want to hurt them or kill them outright, but I grab one of them and I want to shove him in my cell and grab his key card.
Okay, make an intimidate check.
Get your scary on.
16.
Okay, give me 1 second. That's a nat 1. So Stan, immediately seeing this giant upright bear just walking out towards him, he holds up his gun, but his hands are shaking, and he realizes that he didn't turn off the safety when he tries to pull the trigger, and struggles for a second. In that time, Hadia just kind of takes both her hands, grabs him by like the shoulders, not even a full bear hug, just one hand on each shoulder, lifts him up, turns, puts him in the cell. He's still just shaking. Hadria reaches down with her giant bear claws, and just like her pointer finger and thumb grabs the little card, which is relatively tiny for her, takes it, and beeps it on the wall.
Can I take his gun on the way by?
Yeah.
Sure.
And any communicators as well, like if he has a walkie-talkie.
He does have a walkie-talkie.
So I would turn to the half orc and gesture into my cell with a thumb.
Shurgo looks at you, shrugs, walks in the cell.
I disarm him and stuff.
I mean,
Yep,
he can
he
go
just-
with us.
He hands you his stuff. Good luck.
I imagine this is not the first time he's had this happen to him. You don't like live and have this type of a job without it.
Does he want to go with us?
I'm good.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
You guys can add, if you would like, both of them, their weapons were tactical numbing beams. Those are from the Starfinder armory, I believe. If you want the actual stats, I can also get them to you.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Like teasers.
Wait, I have it. Hold on.
I don't need. Or who wants a numbing beam? That's the big question.
Me?
Don't you use? Aren't you a up close and personal person? I was thinking the ranged people.
I got guns and stuff.
Oh wait, would Dee have my guns with her? Is that what you said?
No, I have mine.
No, we all have ours. We've acquired.
I do have a hammer. Well, I have a hammer and a pulsecaster rifle. So, yeah.
Makes sense. Soldier gets many weapon. Tactical numbing rifles.
Also,
They
what class of
are-
weapon is that?
A long arm.
I can.
They
Yeah, I
are
couldn't use
cryo.
if I wanted to.
Tactical numbing beam. It's a level 1 weapon. It deals 1d6 cold damage, range of 50 feet. On a critical, the enemy is staggered, has 20 charges, usage 1, bulk 1, and its special is its non. So it's what they use to stun their prisoners to put them back in. It's more like they freeze them.
Oh, okay. That's humane.
I will take one.
Okay. It does also have just one battery on it with full charges.
I mean, if you want the other one, their friend, I don't know if anyone.
Yeah, I don't know who else can use it.
Yeah, so you might as well.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
use it.
Sure.
My arms are not long enough.
I'm a melee.
I probably actually feel like crap.
Or good. I mean, sometimes you throw up and you're just like, you know what, I feel pretty good.
That's true. Sometimes you're just ready to go afterward.
Can I give her like a anti-nausea shot or something?
A cure-all.
You can
Some
make a medicine check, make her feel better.
Space Pepto.
I think there's medicine. What's the equivalent? No, it's medicine.
9.
I really
I
committed.
tried dead.
I roll bad.
I actually just need someone to rub my tummy in a nap now.
I did.
Apparently, Volka has some space tums and gives you one and rubs your belly, sets you down, pats you on the head, and you feel better.
Okay, I'm ready to go now, guys.
The party can feel free to advance how they like.
What's the strat?
All right, so here's the deal. Here's what we'll do. What is the farthest away I've seen the cells open from?
This computer.
Oh,
That's what you've seen changes, like, or open all the cells. You also know that the cells have opened where there weren't any guards there, and then the guards came in. So you imagine that with computer access somewhere else, someone has the capabilities of opening this.
are there cameras in here?
There appear to be cameras at the end of the hallway, just kind of watching the length of this hall, right above the computer.
We have the top clearance card. Does this computer terminal have access to the security systems of the system or the station? Like, because it's connected in, it has, like, you could theoretically hack into the system, the station system.
It...
And we have a key.
You think it might? If you want to try and hack it, you can. Having certain level key cards will give you bonuses. You have a red key card. The minute you touch that to...
You're lagging. Hold on, Joe. Is anybody else hearing anything Joe's saying?
No.
Okay.
Hello.
Nope.
Hello.
Actually, Haja, upon noticing Kato, can you guys hear me okay?
We need to hear Joe first.
We have horrible connection in Discord. I went red for a while. I think it's part of
I haven't heard anything Joe said for the last, like, bit.
Joe said, we have a red key card, so... And then he went...
Right.
Okay. So you guys have a red key card. The minute you run up to the computer and, like, use it to access it, you realize that you have access to several modules that you weren't aware of before. You have access to the hangar door module, the central hall door modules, the station inventory module, the prison cell control module, the elevator control module, the lockdown door module, the alarm module, the prisoner database module, and the surveillance system module.
So my first thought is...
Oh, and the armory inventory module.
Big. My first thought is to see if we, on the surveillance system, we can set all the video feeds to a loop.
I like that idea.
So, like, if anyone's actually monitoring surveillance, like, assuming they haven't already noticed, because let's be real, even if people were looking at it, they weren't really looking at it. On the off chance they look, they don't see these two guys in the cells. They see, like, a feed from, like, an hour ago or something like that. And it's a long enough time frame that you don't clearly see the
loop.
The loop.
Like a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Accessing the surveillance system module, you see that the getting access to this module allows you to view the security footage, just kind of like a switcher. You can go between cameras and look at it. If you wanted to alter it or create a kind of loop, you would require root access to this module, so that would be a hacking check to try and get access to it.
Volker, you
How
want me out?
difficult do I think that this is going to be?
Let's see.
On a scale from, say, 1 to 20.
Brad! I see what you did there.
Wait, you guys can't tell each other how much HP you have? On a scale of 1 to 57, I'm feeling...
All right. So because you have a red clearance, that would put that DC gets lowered by a lot. So root access is generally 20 over the DC. I can double check that real quick. I'm trying to learn all this so I can just rattle it off because this is important stuff for the system in general.
Oh, you're fine, buddy.
I'm just trying to figure out what feat I want.
You're gonna be a computers expert when this is all said and done.
A fake computers expert.
Starfinder computers expert.
There we go. Yes, so you have to beat the computer's normal DC by 20 or more to gain root access. However, you would know that you have a severe advantage to hacking because you have a red security card. It pretty much gets rid of the base DC to access the computer.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Hey.
I'm a help. That's a success.
Okay. Brad, you get a +2. 23 is enough. You managed to get root access to the surveillance system mod.
Yay!
That should hopefully buy us some time before anyone realizes something's wrong. How much time until there would be like a shift change?
Half hour.
Oh. So we got at least a half an hour. Alright.
That's fine.
Basically at
Can
most
I turn
a half
off
hour.
the shooty box in the next?
It
Yeah, that's
appears
smart.
that the security bot module is under red clearance. So,
Hey.
if you want to try and start hacking your way into it, you can. You do get a bonus because you have the red card. You don't, however, have a password, so you would have to hack to try and get into the red clearance computer. If you can do that, then you can try and access the security bot module.
What's at the end of this hall?
At the end of this hallway, it leads into the work yard.
Don't want to go there.
We want to go to the hangar.
All right. So we need to take the elevator or the door on the left in this.
So in the mess hall, the left elevator goes to receiving and processing, which is generally where new prisoners and stuff come through. The elevator right there is the supply elevator. It goes to the supply.
Where's
If
the
you go
armory?
The armory, you would have to go to the upper area. So you could get there through receiving and processing. You would end up in the main hallway of the upstairs, which connects to the armory. You could also go to the work yard, go up through the guard tower to get to that hallway.
Fuck that. What do you guys think? Receiving and processing?
Sure.
Does that get us to the
People are there.
Receiving and processing, you would know D is generally empty if they're not receiving or processing something.
Which they're probably not doing right now.
You know for a fact they're not.
That way.
All right. I'm going to try and hack these things so they don't shoot us in that room.
Can I aid since I know this dude? I'm looking for his name. Hark.
I will let you attempt to aid another to guess his path. Only, Ashley, what you'll be rolling is it sense motive or insight in this?
It is sense motive.
Sense motive, yeah. So you'd be rolling sense motive. If you get 10 or plus, you can give Brad a +2.
I passed my check too.
So for the first one, this is to get access to the red computer.
22.
That's high enough. So Brad, you will get a +4 to hack this, plus whatever the hidden DC of the red security card gives you.
Sorry.
That is...
The one time we need him to roll the pink die. He doesn't have it.
All right. Yeah. With a red security card, you managed... Thinking back on your interactions with Hark, you remember that he's obsessed with this really old movie that's about these weird slug people that are sacrificing cows to a volcano god. It's a weird
Slug
alien
people.
movie, and you forget the title, but then it comes to you. It's like some weird alien word, and that's what you tell the Volca, and he tries it, and it works. So you now have access to a red clearance computer. The modules available here are station CPU, security module, and the security bot module that monitors all the security robots.
All right.
They both appear to have firewalls blocking them.
I would like to gain access to the security bot. And
Okay.
then I would like them to start shooting each other in 5 minutes.
If you access it, you think you would be able to do that.
Portal style.
Help!
I once again have made my DC.
That's a +2.
I don't think anyone else can help.
What are we doing?
This one, you don't think you would be able to help out with. It doesn't look like it's one of Hark's personal things. It kind of looks like a default one.
Cool.
So Brad gets a +2 to this.
Yeah, I can't help at all.
Roll 17.
17. That is going to be high enough. Yes, high enough. Mechanics are good. Jeez.
Well, it's because I'm an Android mechanic.
Yeah.
I get bonuses to computers because I'm an Android.
He is a computer, Smile.
Well,
Because
So-
you hack into it, you can kind of tell that this computer, as an FYI for Brad, is a tier 5 computer that you hacked into with a firewall. All the cards are giving you a big bonus to the DCs because they're half of what you need, and they're a higher up clearance card gives you a better bonus to getting through. Sort
We
of
have
thing.
our UB keys.
so that 30 really helped earlier.
Yeah. And you access the security bot module.
All right. So here's what I would like to do.
Okay.
I personally, without revealing this to my associates, would not like to harm anyone in our escape. So I would like the bots to shoot each other in about 5 minutes. All over the
And-
station.
Okay.
Just each other. Nothing else.
Anything before that 5 minutes?
Oh, not us.
I was gonna
Okay.
say.
I figured you were implying that, but I wanted to hear it.
Exiting. Shuttered.
Okay. You are able to do so.
Now, the other question I had,
Yeah.
can I set the 2 cells that my buddies are in to open and so they can just leave?
Yeah.
Got enough time.
I don't care about the rest of the prisoners here. That's not my problem.
If they're taking notes, they'll figure it out.
You go ahead with the access that you have. You type in a couple numbers here and there, and you manage to get
You set up a
everything
cron
set up
job.
how you want.
All right. Is there anything else we need?
There's one last thing you notice when poking around in the systems. There appears to be, after kind of getting familiar with the system, one last level of clearance that actually you guys weren't aware of. It appears to be black clearance. It's a higher DC to try and hack, but you do have up to red clearance, so there's some compounding security stuff there. You're not sure what is within the black clearance, but you know how to access it from the red clearance.
You get it?
If I try to access it, will it break my red clearance or set off an alarm?
You are unsure.
Are there any alarms sounding? If alarms usually do sound.
You've heard the alarms sound once before. They're all currently silent.
We turn them off.
We sent them back.
I would like to turn off all the alarms permanently. They just won't. Do I have access to the door control?
Yes.
All right. So there's something I want to do.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to cause this giant ruckus with the doors like all being open at once, and then all the prisoners escape, and then there's a whole bunch of shooting and dead people, and that kind of sucks. So what I would like to do is randomly, over the course of the next, actually like every 20 to 30 days, all the doors suddenly unlock on the entire place.
Are you including the airlocked hangar door?
No.
Okay.
Oh my
I don't want to kill everyone.
Reoccurring.
Every 20 days, it suddenly gets hard to breathe.
To be fair, Blip is gone, so do you really care if you kill everyone?
It's not that I don't care if they're dead. It's that I don't care if they're dead.
You don't
Okay,
really
fair.
gain anything from killing them.
Right.
Just want to cause mass chaos.
I'm not malicious.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Malicious.
I just want to give everyone else a fighting chance again when we're long.
Go ahead and make a computer's check just for the fun of it to see how well you hide this new protocol that you are adding to the security door.
You do not get a bonus from me.
Keto does not approve.
I'm like, what?
I
Oh my
don't.
God, dude, I nat one too, dude.
You just like comment big bold. I was here.
I was here.
So you definitely set up the protocols because you have access. You have like over route access to the doors at this point because those are done at yellow clearance. So you definitely set it up. However, it is not hidden. If someone looks in there, they can probably figure it out. But they would have to actually go into the module and look for it.
So after the first time, they'll probably figure it
Yeah,
out.
that's the estimation you have. Like it'll happen
Good.
once and then.
Okay.
Give them all a shot.
But no one's probably touched this code since it's been written. So
Yeah,
it's store code.
it's gonna
Let's be
happen.
fair. It was a contracting company.
Yeah, they did write this code.
Like, how often do you look at the code, or do you think businesses look at the code that they use to open like their security doors? Like, you scan a badge, you're let
You
in.
don't.
How often do people look at?
You just
You
buy
don't.
that
It just
software.
works.
It just
Right.
works.
Yeah.
All right. We should go.
We should
Yes.
leave.
I'll just look around at you guys.
Let's go.
So we're going to the hangar. We're just taking that ship. Are we trying to get anything while we're leaving? There's a mysterious black clearance.
You do know there's an armory. You do know there's further access to like the entire station. If there's anything you wanted to do with the station,
It'd be
as a-
nice if we could get like any of the valuable stuff we may or may not have salvaged and or exists on the station if we can make out with it.
To the armory.
Because then, we might have a ship and stuff, but I don't have many credits. I don't know about you guys.
No, just grenades.
So once we get out of here, we could sell some grenades. I don't know how far that's going to stretch us though.
We also don't know what's on the ship.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking
Well, if we get to the armory, we can sell what's in the armory.
and potentially use it. Yeah, I like this idea.
Same.
We got 5 minutes. Let's do it.
Dude, we should have set the bots to defend us.
No, we need a distraction.
That's true.
We
They
need to
won't
be
know what's
less
happening.
important.
Yeah,
That's
they'll
true.
be really confused once their bots gets homicidal, boticidal.
Alright, so now we gotta sneak as close as we can to the armory.
So which way were you guys going to go? Through the
least
workyard,
likely way.
supply elevator, or receiving and processing?
Receiving and
Receiving
processing.
processing.
Okay, give me one.
Because there
Receive and
should be
process.
no one there.
You are correct. Your information is accurate. As you kind of go through the receiving and processing area, you find that it is generally empty. No one's receiving or processing anything. And you end up in
Is there anything in the receiving
the
and
central
processing room?
hall. Make a perception check.
Okay. 12. Wait, 14. I can read.
14.
14.
May I
we're
also
going
use
to
my
say-
eyes?
Sure.
That's a 16.
I'm watching our back.
I'm going to look. Nat 20, 27.
Okay.
I'm with Velka watching.
All right. Looking about, you see in receiving and processing, there looks to be a small cache of things from when one of the previous prisoners was brought in. They seem to be confiscated items that he had on his or her person. You find one set of Freebooter Armor 1.
All right, which one of us is keeping track of the things we get? It's not.
No.
You got it, Ashley?
And notes, yeah. One set of freebooter armor.
Yep, Freebooter Armor 1. One Runner Spark Knife. It's a knife that does electric damage.
Oh, that's cool.
So a taser knife.
Yep.
Ow.
And a total of 400 credit. It's a little stick that has 400 credits on it.
It's a USB of money.
Pretty much.
Bitcoin wallet.
Actually, this is a question that I would have. You just brought up a really good point. So when people come here as prisoners, they would have all their stuff taken.
Yep.
Where would that be taken?
Generally, if it's like weapons and whatnot, the armory. Other than that, it's applied to their debt, the appraised prices, and then shipped back to Fedrian corporate headquarters, where it is dealt with by pretty much either being used if it's really valuable or placed in a box forever in some warehouse on a planet somewhere.
Okay, okay.
Don't mind me. This is my warehouse planet. I would like to head towards the armory, wherever that.
Okay.
I'm
You
just
know that
following
the
Balkan.
armory is here. As you walk past the robots, they do not do anything.
Good.
Flip.
What?
Where are we going?
Oh.
Can I get a marching order from you guys as you walk towards the armory? That's mostly why I got you on the screen, so you can organize your. The hallways are all about 10 feet wide here.
You said we
So,
were going away.
I would like the bear up front.
I'm pretty tanky as well.
I can go mid.
I'll take rear. With Blip.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I need.
Blip in the rear.
Wow.
In the rear with the gear.
So when I take a peek out of this corner, do I see anything?
Nope. The alarms are still silent. Doesn't seem to be anyone walking the halls at this point. There's the security bots, but they're all deactivated. They're functioning, they're just not moving. And then the armory, you know, is this door.
A holobot.
Beep boop.
It's a good bot.
So I'd let Kato open up the door.
Since you got the key? Okay. He kind of reaches around the bear, swipes it, and as the party comes into the armory,
Rocks fall.
Everyone
Surprise
does.
cake.
Surprise cake!
The cake is a
Yes.
lie.
Unlucky.
No.
I didn't have enough hallway, and I had to fix it. So now I have enough hallway.
You can't just print hallway.
Don't
You
tell me
wouldn't
what to
download
do.
a car.
You're right, I wouldn't.
JP will print hallway.
Printing right
As
now,
you
dude.
guys enter this room, nobody move your tokens yet. There are, in fact, 2 guards standing here in the armory. They appear to be looking over stuff. As you enter, they turn and they yell, "The prisoners! They've escaped!" And they raise their weapons to attack you. At this point, I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Bleep bloop. It's hard. The numbers on this die suck.
Wow. So good.
I suck.
Same.
It's just plus dex, right? Nothing fancy.
Yeah.
I got an 11.
What's your bonus to initiative?
I
0.
also got an 11.
What's your bonus to initiative?
1.
2.
You go first.
I don't want to.
Should we all be sharing?
I put my number in.
Thank you.
I can't see my name.
When you hover over the turn order, it shows you. It highlights the tile associated.
He's dead.
Wow.
I did it. I found out that if you put decimal points, if you guys have the same like actual
That's kinda neat.
score, it sorts it by.
That's neat.
That's actually really
Big fan.
cool. Math.
All right, so the guards are up first, and they raise their gunny weapony ruse, and they fire their tactical numbing beams. Both of them are going to fire at Hadia because she's a giant ass bear who takes up the whole hall.
Thank you, Bear Shield.
You're welcome.
Does a 10 hit your EAC, I believe? Can you give me the armory book? I just want to double check.
Nope.
Considering that as base armor, I hope not.
Yeah, I knew that missed, but I want to make sure these things are targeting the right thing.
It's 12 and 14 for my EAC and KAC, so
Yeah, you good.
I have more AC than the bear.
Same.
The bear probably has a lot of health.
I have worse.
I have an 11 HP. I have no con though, so I have only 7 con. or
Actually, I don't
stamina.
know if this is right.
What?
What armor bonus do you get from a second skin? Anything?
Yeah, you get like 1 and 2.
That is correct because that is also what I'm.
And then you add your dex.
I just have dex.
Yeah, you should have. I forget what order. I think it's 1 energy armor
One
and 2
EAC,
kinetic.
2 KAC.
Thank you. I just noticed I never put that in there.
I have fancy heavy armor. I took a feat for it because I'm melee, so I don't feel like light armor and melee is going to do me very good. Smile.
Okay, so all energy damage does target EAC. Just wanted to confirm that.
That makes sense.
So the first guy misses, the second guy raises his rifle, and a blast of cold energy flies at you again,— that would be a 15 against EAC.
Yep.
All right. That'll be 3 points of non-lethal cold damage. Pretty much all the damage that's going to be dealt to you here is going to be non-lethal, so just treat it as regular damage and you won't die. You'll just go unconscious if they down you. So 3 damage, and that gets taken away from your stamina points first, remember. Refresher on the combat, because it's been a while since any of us have done it. If you get hurt, you take away stamina points. After your stamina's gone, then you take away HPs. And yes. All right, so that is the guard's turn. Keto, you are up.
1 second. I believe I know what I want to do, but I'm looking at the Starfinder Dragon Lash wiki, whatever this is.
I know what you want to do.
But yeah.
You want
Gross.
to activate your trap card.
Technically, this guard would have gotten to attack twice. I forgot. Because he did not move.
Lay
Bottom
it
guard
on
would have had to
us.
move up and fire. Top guy fires again at Hadia. He does get a minus. That is still really high. It's -5.
Rip.
16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 more cold damage. Alright, Keto. You
I
are up
wanted to charge, however, because there's a giant bear in front of me, I physically cannot.
now. You can move through her. You move
Yeah,
through
but I
someone.
don't think I can get close enough. Because I have heavy armor, so I think my speed's only 20. So, move... What is the... Oh, swap actions. What is the swap? Like,
Because the actions are similar to Pathfinder. This
Yep.
isn't like the weird 3-action economy. It's just if you do a full attack, you get 2 attacks. That's really the main difference.
well, I just can't, hold on.
Oh, you're talking about converting to movement. I gotcha.
Yeah, how all that works. Yeah, there isn't like a... Yeah, there isn't an action I'm looking for. Why won't it fucking let me scroll? This website sucks. Anyways, I guess move me... Or I move myself.
Yes.
I'll move 20 feet, and then I'm gonna shoot with my pistol, which is a semi-auto pistol.
Okay.
Does a 13, I assume, hit its kinetic armor class.
Yes.
Then
It does.
It will take... I don't add, like, dex or anything to pistols, right? It's just flat damage.
Correct.
It'll take 3 damage, which I think is piercing. I didn't write it down, but it's a like,
Yeah.
pistol.
Most guns that shoot
Right.
bullets are piercing.
Yeah. So it will take 3 damage.
Okay. Pew pew pew. You shoot him a bunch. Really just once. But he gets hit in the shoulder and raises his weapon again in fear. And then Volka, it is your turn.
Yep, just gonna shoot the same guy he just did from the back with my
Okay.
laser rifle.
Volka raises his gun.
Does 22 beat his energy armor?
22 beats the energy armor class of anything in this room.
I rolled a 19, and then I rolled max damage for 8.
Nice. Volka raises his rifle. Your funky, cool little Amy computer exocortex thing, like, shook, goes in front of your eye, and you fire, clipping him square in the shoulder. It's a direct hit on center mass. He is standing, but just barely. Next up is Duchess.
So I can move around Haja.
Yes. She's large, but we're gonna say that you guys are able to maneuver around her.
Well,
and
you can
see-
normally move through.
You
all
can
its
normally
spaces.
move, but I'm not gonna count like her being large to block line of sight or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh, I
what
see
my
what you mean.
speed is.
Because that would be just a major inconvenience, and that's not fun. To simplify things.
Yeah, I would like suck forever.
Where is my speed on this sheet?
Even if I was ruling that, I feel like, Rachel, you're the one character I would let get away with not having, because you just shoot under her.
That's true.
Oh, Joe, he took 4 damage.
4 instead of 3?
Yes. Because when I am photon mode, I gain +2 inside bonus to damage rolls. Like, just flat.
Nice.
And it's not just with my... It specifically says including damage rolls for your stellar power. So, like...
So it was 2 more damage?
It would have been 1 more, so I would have taken
1
4
more. Okay.
damage.
Cool.
Sorry.
So I moved up, and then which one are you hitting? The one in front of you?
Yeah, they've all been shooting this guy.
Okay, the one in front of me,
Okay.
I'm going to daze.
Okay. Is that a save on my part?
Yeah, it says will negates.
Cool. He got a 2. He rolled a natural 1.
Dazed.
So he's dazed.
I have a cat assaulting me. I'm not sure what's happening.
We're gonna put a funky little roll 20 icon on him. We'll make this lightning bolt be dazed.
It lasts for 1 round, and it doesn't affect his AC.
Okay.
He just can't take actions.
Gotcha. So he what was the name of is the spell just dazed?
Yeah, daze.
Okay.
It's on page 347 of the
Okay.
rule book.
Dee runs in and raises her hand, and there's a flash of colorful light, more like a beam of colorful light that flies out right into that guy's eyes and his face, and he brings his guard down just to kind of rub his eyes and get his vision back, but he's dazed for the round. And Hadia, you are up.
Okay, I would like to run past both Dee and Kato and charge at this guy that just got dazed. And I have what's called Ferocious Charge. When the creature charges, it can attempt a trip combat maneuver in place of a normal melee attack.
You can't charge.
In addition, the creature can charge without taking normal charge penalties to its attack roll or AC.
You can't charge through allies.
It can't?
I just had this problem.
Shoot, okay. Sorry.
You can move up and
right,
hit the guy.
You're really dead. Okay. But yeah, I'll go up to him and hit him with my tactical numbing beam.
Your hammer, you mean?
Shoot, yeah, my hammer. 11?
Against kinetic armor class is going to miss.
Ooh.
Okay. So Hadia runs up and swings. The guy's like stumbling, and he like ducks down to try and like cover his eyes better, and he ducks under your hammer swing haphazardly. Blip, it is your
Okay, Blip is not going to throw potatoes, Brad. Blip is gonna move on up behind D.
Radioactive fruit.
Yeah, right. I'm still feeling a little queasy, so I don't want to get too up in their business. But I am going to shoot my semi-auto at this bro here.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna guess if 5 doesn't hit.
5 does not.
Well, I'm still not feeling that great, and my shot just kind of veers off between them, and it doesn't hit either.
You hear a pew as it ricochets off some of the walls and
I'm out of
disappears.
practice. It's been a while.
Their turn. This guy is dazed, so he just kind of spends his turn trying to recover. This other fellow is going to 5-foot step away from the giant bear. Seeing that there are other people behind him, he's going to actually turn and start letting out some fire at some of the people who've been shooting at him. And Kato, you are right there, so he's going to take a shot at you. He thinks his friend can handle the giant bear for some reason.
Bring it on.
Does a 16 hit your EAC?
It does.
Okay. 4 cold damage, non-lethal.
Noted.
And that's the end of his turn. And Kato, you are up.
All right. Well, he shot me, so I'm going to step up to his face. Manifest a sword made out of darkness because I'm emo.
Okay.
I'm going to stab him with it.
Go for it.
Does a 15 hit his... I actually don't know what armor class I attack.
What is it?
It's his weird energy sword thing.
It's a solar weapon. Something appears to be made of blah, blah, blah.
What type of damage does it deal?
I'm flipping through. Well, it's slashing, because I get to choose. So yeah, it's slashing.
Because if it doesn't deal energy damage and it deals like physical damage, it'd be K.
Yep, I assume it's KSC. So yeah, does a 15 hit its KSC?
It does.
Alright, so he's gonna take 6 damage.
And with that, you cut that man down.
With my dark, edgy sword.
Anything else?
That is all my action, boys.
All right, Volka, you're up.
Laser rifle.
Laser rifle.
Same guy. Does an 11 hit his energy armor?
It does.
What?
They do not have good EAC. They only had good KAC.
He takes 7 damage.
They did not anticipate prisoners having energy weapons. All right, D, you are up.
So I can shoot. Can I shoot around her? Or do I need to move over?
I think you can shoot, but I think you
I'll
get
just
a
move.
penalty for shooting in the main.
-2.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to use my pulse caster pistol to try to attack it.
Okay. Go
That's
ahead.
a 9.
That will not hit.
Her furry butt distracts me, and I'm afraid of shooting her, and I accidentally shoot the. Do I take a charge? Yeah, because I shot it. Okay, never mind.
All right. Hadia, you're up.
All right, I try to whack him with my hammer.
Okay. You're going to take a full action and do it twice?
Yes.
So the second one is -5.
Keep
Keep in mind.
13.
13 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
5 damage.
Okay. He's looking a little dazed and he's still standing up. Your second attack.
Okay.
And it's -5, I believe.
17.
17 hits.
And another 5 damage.
That is going to be enough. So you guys watch as Hadia, as this guy recovers, lifts her hammer up and just bam, bam, whacks him twice. And he's a mess on the ground, no longer moving. Looking about.
Stuff.
Yeah. Looking around, there is the gear that those two gentlemen were carrying. There do also appear to be some weapons over here, a computer terminal over here, and 10 holding sites. They look to be for attack drones that are all currently out and deployed, but you know for a fact that if the robots got broken, they would come back here for repairs. If they're able to walk. But yeah, that's what's in the armory. Loot. Let me find the loot. Inside of the armory, you guys find. Where is
A good time.
Yes.
That's all we can hope for.
You're not wrong.
All right, you ready, Ashley?
Do it.
3 flash grenades. Flash grenade 1. 3 batteries. 4 small arm round cartridges. 3 long arm round cartridges. 2 pulsecaster pistols.
Oh my gosh.
And then on the actual guards themselves, they each have a set of freebooter armor. They each have a numbing beam. They each have a tactical baton. And they each have 1 flash grenade. You guys can decide how much of that you want to take.
Do they have any credits on them?
Yes, they each have a credit stick. In total, you get a total of 135.
Man, they need to pay these guys more.
Maybe it's 2 days before payday.
That's amazing. Definitely take the grenades, please.
Yes, I think Blip likes grenades.
Okay.
I mean, she has 6 arms.
I can
I
mean,
So-
start,
You
I
can
mean,
add.
if we can carry it all, let's take it.
Yeah, we'll take it all.
Okay.
just like shoving stuff into bags.
I have a handful of grenades, just like
All right. So the party loots the armory. Looking at the armory, you guys kind of realize that this place honestly wouldn't have been that hard to escape from. Like, they're equipped to be ready for it, but it's more like they put on a show that they have power and control, but really you guys are all just kind of floating in space on this terrible, not well armed space station together. And like the main prison element of it comes from the fact that you're isolated in space.
Brad, you should have done this years ago.
As
how you're feeling?
we learn this, I begin to get upset and I become brooding and not talking.
The
Okay.
armory was always like a room that was like hidden. Like Dee never had access to it. You never like knew it existed until Dee told you, sort of thing, because you never were in the upper areas and it was like locked down. It's supposed to be like, oh, that's where they keep all the weapons. So even like some of the guards think like, oh, we're well armed, we're safe. So they use that to just mentally create the illusion of control. But there's not.
Jokesters.
I am whispering profanities under my breath.
After looting the room, taking a look at the timer, you realize it's about 2 minutes or so until your robot battle plans go into effect.
We gotta go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So you make your way back through that central hallway that you were in before. And as you kind of get to the door of the hangar, that's when you start hearing the sounds of and the robots just begin shooting at each other down the hallway a bit. You can see some of them firing and lasers are flying at just them, not towards you guys really, and they're blowing each other up. There's a small fire and this is when you hear the alarms kick on. Just you hear footsteps all over the place, not where you are, and guards are running all about. And this is when you guys kind of take your chance and head into the hangar.
Yes.
Pew pew. Get to the ship. Get to the ship.
For dramatic effect.
I run to the ship.
The hangar.
I think it's the red one.
Take the red one. Hell yeah, it's a red one.
It's the tiny red one.
You
Can
see that there
I
is a
like lock the doors from the outside so people can't get in here after we get?
Yeah, absolutely. You see that there are a couple of guards that were in here, and they're kind of scrambling. They look to be running down, and they don't notice you as you're running towards the red ship. There are a couple of smaller fighters that seem to be security fighters for the actual ship itself.
Let's do this thing.
Now,
Get in the ship, by
assuming this gunship actually works, and these two dinky little fighters came after us, how do I feel about our chances of just wiping them out?
Shoot them first before we leave.
That's also true. I like that
Well,
plan.
If they're running away, like
No,
we
I
could
just, like
start it
we
up.
just do a 180 on our way out of here and just fucking
Just
light up the
strafe
fighters.
the entire thing
Yeah.
and leave.
Just cut all the wires.
That takes a lot of time.
Cut them with bullets.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Yes, we will cut the wires with bullets.
You're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Get in the ship.
All right.
Wait, isn't Blip our pilot?
Yes.
So
Heck
I'm
yeah,
just like,
dude.
so one of you guys can drive this, right?
Oh, you-
Fly.
Yes, I've been practicing for years. I have a blip.
I run for the pilot seat. I'm so excited.
All right.
I'm not so sure about this.
Me neither.
You run for the ship. You board the vessel. D has procured the correct flight. She got the key. And I'm going to drop in Discord for you all your ship. It is a Vesk gunship. So you're going to get a PDF. It's a form fillable one. Feel free to do with it as you may, whoever wants it.
Oh, I just moved that channel. Here, I put it back.
I put it back.
How dare you?
I send it back.
So you guys board your ship, start it up, and Volka, you are able to open the hangar doors if you'd like. So you
Hell
can
yeah.
escape. The energy shield, that kind of Star Wars style, is just kind of sitting there. Becomes not dangerous and allows you to pass through it while maintaining a solid airlock, all fancy and sci-fi. And your ship is outside of the station now.
Can we bring
You hear
around
voices.
the forward part of the ship? Or actually, we don't need the forward part. Either the starboard or port side of the ship to the hangar. Blip.
Yes.
Okay. Your ship turns starboard side facing the hangar. You see various men running in, and they're heading towards the fighters. They look to be scrambling to try and intercept the rogue ship that has just taken off.
I'm gonna light him up
All right.
with my
No,
light laser
avoid it.
cannon.
I believe the ship also has a
Oh, it has a turret. Yeah, chain gun turret.
I man one of them.
Okay. It's a flak turret, I believe.
No, flak's the forward. The
Flak
turret is a
It
chain
should-
gun. There's a weapons turret section that is a.
It should be
listed as a-
reversed. Flak should be the turret.
Oh, okay.
My bad. So if you guys could
That
switch
makes more sense. I saw the flak forward, and I was kind of like,
That's not how what flak's for.
yeah, that seems tough. Okay, yeah, I wanted to flak him, but I didn't want to have to do a full 180 anyways.
Yeah. So Heija and Keto manning some of the weapons, turn them on the hangar, and just let loose. And because you guys have a severe advantage, I'm not going to even make you roll. And you fire, and you think you destroy a good number of the ships that are preparing to launch the little fighters, and you definitely delay any of the fighters from catching. And then as you do, the smoke is settling. What do you do, Blip?
I fucking floor
Got
it.
it.
Your ship speeds off into space, flying as fast as it can away from the space station. A few moments later, however, whoever is manning the sensors, a little beep, beep comes on board as you see that there are at least 2 more fighters, perhaps from a different hangar or something that you guys weren't able to find on the station, that are pursuing you. And we will deal with those fighters next time, and we'll start
Dragon
off
Ball
with
Z.
some ship combat.
That's Pugs.
Man, the PDCs.
And that is the end of today's session.
Yay!
Can you guys hear Selmy? Selmy, say hi.
Yes! I missed that cat. Bring him over.
Okay.
I don't have dogs right now.
Where are the puppers?
They're
That's
at her
fun.
mom's.
So,
I
yeah,
love Starfinder.
that was very much adventure designed for me to remember how to run everything, and you guys
Yeah.
to remember how to play everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll start with ship combat next time, and then we'll get into you guys finding your next adventure.
Dude, I want to get to a point where we have like a getting decked out ship.
I need a dreadnought.
That's what I'm saying.
Dreadnought.
Like I want us to have like I want to blow some shit up.
So do you guys have any ideas for the name of your ship?
TBD.
Find out next week
Okay, you'll talk about it.
Yeah.
on our space.
Because my thoughts was maybe name the campaign after
Yeah,
something
that makes
involving
sense.
your ship's name, and then you can upgrade it, and you're the crew.
It'll
of
just be the Mark II,
whatever.
the Mark III, the Mark IV, you know.
Right. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching and checking out Starfinder. We will be playing this not next week, but the week after. We will be continuing this campaign. And then on Saturday, we should be playing Star Called. Get my fiddle on. And then next Monday, you'll get Stop, Drop, and Roll, which is 5e. And then Wednesday, 1 week from now, should be Keymasters, which is 4e D&D. So good mix. Different system every game we play. Doesn't get confusing at all, ever. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!
Bye.